Gentlemen, the time has come. We've taken down the McRibs. We've defeated Lent. But the Mormons, they're still winning.
This is gonna be the best day ever.
Wake up.
It's getting lit in here.
I got the horses in the back.
Your boy David here, about to yeet this little stone at Goliath and see what happens.
AI
What do you think?
freaks me out.
My niece watched one of their podcasts and felt the spirit twice. They've hijacked the algorithm and the Holy Ghost.
Okay, check this out. Have you seen the new Bible influencer trend that's getting out of control, babe?
No.
No, okay, so look at this. There's these new AI-generated Bible influencers that are coming out, and honestly, it's actually pretty dang hilarious. Here, I'm going to start this one from the beginning, and we'll show you how it goes, which brought me to think, what would it look like if we had Mormon influencers, or if Mormons' historical subjects were influencers, and then anti-Mormons. So we're going to have all three of them coming up here in a second. This has been an international collaboration with some brothers and sisters in the Philippines, all right? But yeah, let's refresh this one and see what, I believe King David is the first one, what he has to say.
Your boy David here, about to yeet this little stone at Goliath and see what happens.
Okay, so I told y'all to trust the process, but no, y'all wanted to stay in Egypt stacking bricks.
Yo, it's Shadrach. This random dude just showed up. It's getting lit in here.
I got the horses in the back. Horse tack is attached. Hat is matte black. Got the boots that's black to match.
You know I'm a daddy's boy. He's got me in this Technicolor drip. Brother's so jelly right now. They're looking a little sus.
These Philistines thought they could flex on me. Big mistake. I just took some pre-workout and finna bring the house down.
I would like to formally apologize to God, the sailors, and this whale. Sorry, dude. Good, fam.
All right. So now, what do you think, babe? Now you see what all the hullablue's about.
AI
what do you think?
freaks me out. AI is freaky.
Why does it freak you out?
It's just, I mean, that looks so realistic.
Yeah, it is. It is uncanny. There's still some wobbles, still some shakes, but
it's funny.
Yeah, but it's funny.
Freaky but funny.
Did you recognize all the characters?
Yeah. So there was David and Goliath. There was John the Baptist.
You had Noah's Ark. You had all of the. Jonah was pretty funny. At first, I didn't realize what it was.
Which one was Jonah?
At first it looked like stones around him, but he's inside the belly of a whale. He said, "I'd like to thank this whale," or something like that.
Is that the guy that had the blindfold?
No, that was Samson being tortured by the Philistines. Remember, okay. I think he was about to tear the temple down because
Jonah's
they blindfolded
the one,
him.
It looked like rain, but that was just inside a whale.
It was inside a whale, yeah. So this trend is all over. Okay, there's all kinds of people that have picked up the whole biblical heroes, make them speak and yeet, in the case of David and Goliath here, just like a millennial, a Gen Z, or a Gen Alpha influencer would, and it's pretty funny. This led me to think, if this indeed is what the biblical, shall we say, influencers that are AI generated would look like, what would the LDS AI generated influencers look like? So this has been a little bit of an international competition here. Not competition, but I should say this has been a little bit of like an international effort. But we've made a bunch of LDS historical influencers here, and you're going to try and guess who these are. So some of our virtual assistants in the Philippines are great guys and gals. And they've come up with some of their own if Mormon influencers, if Mormon historical subjects could be modern influencers. So here's the first one.
These are real people that they're depicting?
Yeah, you and I have to guess now who these are, all right? So we guessed before, Jonah, Moses, Noah, David, so on and so forth.
Okay, let's see.
Brittany, who is this?
Hey guys. Just wanted to hop on and say, and I deeply regret trusting my wife with the 116 pages. But healing's a journey.
Is that Martin Harris?
Hey, you crushed it. Yeah, Martin Harris. You got that one. Okay, next one right here. Hit it.
Hey guys, it's me again. Still can't read Reformed Egyptian without getting mobbed.
Joseph Smith.
Yeah. That one was Joseph Smith. Yeah. All right. Okay. So that was cool.
I'm crushing it, dude.
Yeah. I was about to say you're doing really, really well here, babe. You're doing really well here, babe. This one right here.
Hey guys, back with another Scribe with me. Today I'm decoding prophecies while pretending I'm not in Joseph's shadow.
Who is his scribe?
This
David
one,
Whitmer?
Close. No. This one is Oliver Cowdery.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
Oliver Cowdery. All right. And then this one, I didn't know who this was.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I didn't know who this was.
I feel like that one guy. What's that one guy who's like, all right, let's see it. You know what I'm
Dan
talking about?
McClellan?
Yeah, I feel like Dan McClellan right now.
That's funny. Now you know what he feels like, right? Okay. So the actual fulfillment of Anton ego lording over what people offer up on the internet, as said in Ratatouille. If you know, you know. But anyway, here's the last one. The last one here, I didn't know who it was. I want to know if you know who it is.
Rise and consecrate, brothers. If you didn't build 3 towns before breakfast, don't call yourself a Zion Alpha.
Brigham Young?
Dude, I'll be honest with you, I don't know. There was clues inside the video titles on Midjourney when it develops a video. If you say like, oh, show me a circle of people praying in first century Jerusalem, it'll actually make a big long file name for that picture that says like _ people _ in circle _ in Jerusalem. This one literally just says video ready Zion Alpha. So I think it's just like some generic red pill guy, you know, saying like,
I think it's Brigham Young.
Rise and consecrate, brothers. If you didn't build 3 towns before breakfast, don't call yourself a Zion Alpha.
Okay.
Why is he shirtless though?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know. It's maybe Brigham Young was a little bit like Putin, taking all those photos of him on horseback, you know? So anyway, I thought this was pretty cool. Now, some of these are pretty convincing. Would you say, babe?
Yeah.
Okay. So that led me to think, what would it be like if anti-Mormons were influencers? And apparently we're big in the Philippines, big enough that they're smelling what we're stepping in and they're picking up on some of the humor. First and foremost, these were the 3 anti-Mormons that AI came up with was also trained on multiple episodes of ours. Apparently the AI was trained on our playlists of debunking anti-Mormons. So,
see, AI is so freaky. Like, it's so cool, but so freaky.
Yeah. So these are the first 3, videos that came out when AI was asked to be trained on anti-Mormons.
All right, let's see it.
Gentlemen, the time has come.
Oh,
We've
boy.
taken down the McRibs. We've defeated Lent. But the Mormons, they're still winning.
Okay, I don't remember. Is that Jeff Durbin?
Yeah.
All I could think of was, that's the Burger King.
Anti-Mormon Burger King. Oh, this one was way too good. I absolutely loved it and thought it was hilarious. So when we asked it to just, pump out 3 videos, actually they all had something. Maybe we talk about, maybe that playlist just had a lot of Apologia Studios debunkings in it, because the second one was this.
My niece watched one of their podcasts and felt the spirit. Twice! They've hijacked the algorithm and the Holy Ghost!
Oh my gosh.
Dude. And then here's the last one right here.
They're everywhere. Utah, Ghana, TikTok. You think it's just a church? It's a media machine.
Yeah.
Utah, Ghana, and TikTok.
Well, what it did was AI had also, it had been programmed to scan all of the anti-Mormon TikTok, X.com, Facebook, and Instagram profiles. And apparently that day there had been somebody that had made a very, very large claim. This is actually where it comes from. I believe this is where some of the humor comes from. That Cameron Bertuzzi, just another anti-Mormon that's kind of more of the Catholic bent here, literally had just posted recently, by the way, the Jubilee YouTube channel is owned by Mormons. This explains why they invited Mormons as part of their Christian interlocutors, which is a great use of the word interlocutor in Spanish that's almost never used in English against Alex O'Connor. I know this because they copyrighted the video I published in the Peterson episode, and the copyright owner is LDS Affiliate US, which really... LDS Affiliate US has actually copyright struck some of our content as well. Just like BMI owns a ton of music, there's an affiliate owned by, I believe it's Bonneville Communications, which is part of Deseret Management Group, which is part of a very large portfolio of music that the church owns. They own Mormon Tabernacle Choir. BYU TV buys and sells the rights to different movies that it has on its streaming platform at any given time. All of these entities will buy and sell the rights to different musical libraries. And if the algorithms in YouTube flag it and they're the copyright owners, if they're not getting paid royalties, they've run afoul of copyright law. So Cameron Bertuzzi saw this and literally came up with a conspiracy theory that the YouTube channel Jubilee is owned by Mormons, which I can promise you it is not, my friend.
I was going to say, this is giving like fake it till you make it. Like just...
It's giving fake it till you make it vibes. Yeah. We do not own the channel Jubilee. In fact, it's owned by some Middle Eastern investors, if I'm not mistaken. And I think it's absolutely hilarious that if the LDS Church is really trying to stick it to you, Cameron, if they're really trying to stick it to Alex O'Connor, the atheist, if they're really trying to stick it to everybody that doesn't agree with them, why on earth would they stick it to us too? Like, which one is it? Are we funded by the Great and Abominable, or are we not? Like, we got to pick a lane, right? And then also there was another funny one by this guy named Luigi. I've never heard of this one before, but he said it's very evident that the Mormon Church blasted a substantial amount of money into online apologetics into their fiscal year 2025. These people came crawling out of the woodwork in the last 6 to 12 months or so. For those who don't know, their church is worth $300 billion. They're filthy rich. Hashtag make it a trillion.
Hashtag you can thank WardRadio for that.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm thoroughly impressed with the response from the Christian online community. We aren't funded by anyone. Yet organically we are rallying together to refute these enemies of the triune God. We're not funded by anyone. Almost all of North American Christianity is Protestant priestcraft, where their pastors and their preachers are paid for their ministry, which I think is a massive conflict of interest that keeps people trapped in beliefs that they may not actually honestly espouse, and is one of the biggest enforcement mechanisms, unfortunately, of dogma, whereas members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints are all volunteers, and no matter what you have to say about us, ain't nobody making money off of their belief. So I think it's actually the exact opposite, that all of the rise that you've seen in members of the church that have risen up to speak their minds are actually people that have kind of gotten so tired of just so many misrepresentations for so long that even though they're not professionals, now they're raising up and they're actually, now they're rising up and they're raising their voices online. So I thought that was really, really funny that we got accused of both those things. And I think AI was scanning the internet that day because it made it all about conspiracy theories against Mormons that were conveniently dressed in Burger King outfits in honor of the anti-Mormon Burger King Jeff Durbin of Apologia Studios, which never, ever gets old. And for those that don't know exactly who this is referring to, I just had to dig it out of the archives. There he is. He's there. Jeff Durbin, the anti-Mormon Burger King himself, live in the flesh. Better than this guy, but still nothing beats the original. So, what do you think, babe? Who is the best historical influencer? Do you think the old school, original biblical person? Do you think maybe the historical Mormon, the current anti-Mormon? Who's the most convincing?
I think my favorite was probably when David said, I'm going to go yeet this stone or yeet this rock, whatever he said. That was pretty funny.
Oh,
because I just love the word yeet. I mean, I try to use it every day.
Every generation has a word that I do believe sticks out. In the 60s, it was groovy. In the 80s, it was the juxtaposition of wicked and righteous. I think that was really interesting. In the 90s, did anything beat Cowabunga? I don't think anything beat Ninja
That's
Turtles.
That's just because you love Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, nothing beat Cowabunga. A close second being, think NBA Jam, Boom Shakalaka.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Boom Shakalaka.
Yeah.
And then in the early 2000s, you know, language started to atrophy.
Tubular.
Into some Norman stuff. I thought it was weird when people started saying like, yeah, it is. That was a thing in the early 2000s. Yeah, I remember when people first started in agreement saying, yeah, it is. I thought that was weird. And then in the 2020s, lit was definitely, not the 2020s, sorry, the 20-teens. Yeah. Lit. I remember thinking, wow, okay, that's a new one on me.
Now bussin'.
Bussin' is very Gen Z.
I think that's kind of outdated now.
Yes. Now we got to lock it in, put the fries in the bag, chat, bro, and chill.
Massive.
Are massive. 6'7". We got the Gen Alpha kid in the backyard yelling all the slang at his friends. So yeah, we're more than filled in on that. So anyway, guys, let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Who was your favorite anti-Mormon? The real life Burger King or the AI generated one? Who is your favorite historical influencer? Was it the biblical one? Was the guy shirtless trying to cross the plains? Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. And as always, for this and more, please make sure you guys check us out at WardRadio.com.
This is gonna be the best day ever. This is gonna be the best day ever. Wake up, top of the morning. The bacon is crispy, the coffee is pouring. My meditation is peeling an orange. The bank says I'm already scoring.